Welcome to The Explainer. So if you are tired of pouring money into those stuffy corporate LinkedIn ads that just get scrolled past, you've come to the right place. Today, we are building the definitive playbook for generating actual B2B leads using short-form video. We're going to break down the exact strategies that turn real, human content into a lead gen machine.
Let's just kick things off with a number that should really make you sit up and pay attention. 13%. According to LinkedIn Ads Pro Adam Holmgren, that is the average click-through rate he sees on his thought leader ads. Now, just for some context, the average for a standard, boring corporate ad on LinkedIn? A pretty sad 1%.
I mean, that is a 13 times difference in performance. That is not a fluke. It's the result of a very specific, very smart strategy. And that's the secret we are going to unlock today. We're going to show you exactly how to move away from those forgettable corporate ads and start creating authentic, high-performing content that actually drives business.
All right, so here is our game plan for today. First, we are going to dive into the secret behind that incredible 13% click-through rate. Then, we'll talk about the core philosophy of advertising on LinkedIn. After that, we'll introduce something called the organic to paid flywheel, walk through a super practical video playbook, and finally, cover two really costly mistakes that you have to avoid.
So how in the world do you actually get a 13% click-through rate? Well, the answer is all about making a fundamental shift away from that faceless corporate advertising that, let's be honest, we're all kind of tired of seeing.
It really just boils down to this simple idea. People listen to people, not to logos. The data backs this up too. It shows that 70% of B2B buyers are way more likely to engage with content that comes from a person rather than a company page. It's just human nature, right? We're wired to connect with and trust other people, not some abstract brand. And the key to unlocking this is an ad format called thought leader ads.
Think about it this way. You find a great organic post from someone on your team, maybe the founder or a subject matter expert, a post that's already doing well, and you simply put some ad money behind it. Because it looks and feels just like a native post, and it's coming from a real person, it just blends right into the feed. It cuts through all that noise and gets way higher engagement. It just feels authentic. Okay, now to make these ads really sing, you have to understand a core difference in how LinkedIn works compared to pretty much every other ad platform out there.
Marketing expert Sylvia Perez has the absolute perfect analogy for this. On platforms like Facebook or YouTube, you burn the ocean. Right? You cast this huge, wide net, you target pretty broadly, and you just let the algorithm find your audience for you. But on LinkedIn, you burn the pond. You use its incredibly precise targeting, things like job titles, company size, specific industries, to focus only on your most valuable potential clients. You're spear phishing, not net phishing.
In fact, a really good rule of thumb is to keep your target audience size under 250,000 people. I know that probably sounds tiny, but it's so important. This makes sure your ad budget is hyper-focused on your dream clients. Look, you're paying a premium for LinkedIn's targeting, so you want to make every single impression count. No wasted spend.
And this brings us to the central idea of our whole strategy. You should never, ever spend a single dollar on an ad that hasn't already proven itself organically. This whole approach creates a really powerful self-sustaining system we call the organic to paid flywheel.
So here's how it works. Step 1, you post valuable video content organically from a personal profile. Step 2, you watch and see which ones are the winners, the posts that get the best natural likes, comments, and views. Step 3, you only promote those proven winners with ad spend using that thought leader format. This creates this awesome self-reinforcing loop that builds a warm audience and completely de-risks your ad strategy. No more guessing what will work.
Okay, so what kind of videos should you actually be making? And once you have a winner, how do you structure the ad so it gets the most bang for your buck? Let's get into the playbook.
The absolute key here is to provide genuine value that ties back to the problems your business solves. Think about sharing industry trends, breaking down a common problem, or showing off a quick mini case study. These formats work so well because they are helpful, not just salesy. You're positioning yourself as an expert and building trust long before you ever ask for anything.
Now, when it comes to the video itself, structure is everything. You have got to hook the viewer in the first 3 seconds. That's it. Start with a strong problem-focused question or a really bold statement. Then deliver your core insight quickly and concisely. And finally, always include a clear call to action, like sending them to a useful resource on your website.
And this is where the real magic happens. Retargeting. LinkedIn lets you create brand new audiences based on how much of your videos somebody watched. I mean, just imagine being able to serve a follow-up ad, maybe a case study or a demo offer, specifically to the people who watched 75% or more of your first video. It's an incredibly powerful way to nurture your most interested prospects.
All right, finally, as you're setting up your campaigns, there are 2 default checkboxes that LinkedIn automatically ticks for you. You have to turn them off. If you don't, you will completely destroy the burn the pond strategy we've been talking about this whole time.
So the 2 settings you have to disable are audience expansion and the LinkedIn Audience Network. Just uncheck them both. You are paying a premium for LinkedIn's amazing targeting. Don't let the platform water it down by showing your ads to people who don't fit your criteria or on some low-quality partner websites. You want to keep your ads focused only on that high-value pond you built.
And really, that's the entire strategy right there, in a nutshell. Post organically, find out what your audience actually likes, and then promote only that winning content to a super targeted audience. It's a simple, elegant, and repeatable system for turning authentic content into a predictable stream of qualified B2B leads.
So what's the one thing you should take away from all this? It's that you don't need a huge budget or a fancy production team to get started. Honestly, your next high-performing ad might just be a simple, valuable insight that you record on your phone. Just focus on being authentic, provide real value, and start testing. Thanks for watching.